Hi, I'm Beatrice Mazzi, the founder of the Spaces Gallery, and I'd like to introduce you to my Big Dream Family Tree, which is a narrated text written by Bibi Monnahan and about big dreams, a diptych that was created by Jade Cardinali for an auction, charity auction called Teach for China. This charity aims to bring education to Chinese children, and this is why for this video we've decided to ask Bibi to create a fairy tale story around these two pieces. Bibi is a person that's very dear to me because she used to write fairy tales when I was younger, and I absolutely loved it. So in this difficult time, I'd like to invite us all to escape and feel like children again. I hope you'll enjoy.
Not so very long ago, it was just another bedtime. I always go to bed without complaining, and sometimes even skip my bedtime story, telling Mumsy that I'm too sleepy, or I pretend to fall asleep. Then Mumsy kisses my cheek, turns off the light, closes the door, and all is darkness. It is my favorite time, just me and my kitty, and all the night to play, pretend, and imagine fantastic things. Sometime later, at the end of one dream, and before the beginning of another, a chattering wakes me, and I can hear birds chirping and the church bells tolling across the river. I hop out of bed, my bare feet feeling the cold tiles as I run across the floor to my window. It is not yet sunrise. Blinking into the moonlight, my sleepy eyes open wide and then wider. There before me, I see hundreds or maybe even thousands of fantastic curving vines that have grown up to my second-story window. Gigantic leaves like elephant ears with veined patterns, and everywhere enormous flowering blossoms on vines as big as monstrous tree limbs. Some are pinkish and persimmon, and others red like blood oranges and pomegranates. Flowers the size of saucers, and some as big as my dinner plate. So very many branches and blooms, I cannot tell if it is one tree or hundreds that have grown together. I hear a cacophony of chattering coming from somewhere in the maze of all the vines and blooms. Just then, a cloud passes over the moon and illuminates the scene before me. I blink once, then twice, and each time I blink, I see another fantastic thing. On one branch, a boy with stars on his trousers carries a ladder, and above him another boy is playing a flute. It is a melody that sounds so familiar. I see a lovely girl on a swing and another standing inside a gilded gazebo shaped like a flower. Other boys and girls are balancing on thin vines and hopping from one to another with great ease. Giant bees are buzzing happily, moving from flower to flower. One girl in a polka dot dress is holding a flower-shaped umbrella while riding a zebra, and another is grazing nearby. Just near the zebras, I see a miniature fountain with crystal clear water flowing from its 3 tiers, and massive mushrooms scattered about with their heads cocked to one side like crazy caps. A girl in striped trousers and a pointed hat sits quietly reading a book perched on the back of a snail. In the center of a huge bloom sits another boy looking through a telescope. One boy and a girl in a tiny flowering gazebo hanging from a branch wave at me. The girl in the gilded flowered cage with an open door beckons me to come and join her. I step up onto my windowsill and grab a hold of one of the vines. I look back at Kitty, who is watching me, as I turn around, stepping onto a branch and into the tree.